#1 female conservative talk show, radio show host in Laura Ingraham. We also had on the program the #1 top-rated liberal talk show host in America. That's Stephanie Miller. I think she's #2 in the LA market behind Rush Limbaugh, and that's basically #1 in the LA market if you don't take that, and Rush's size into account. She's very, 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 very funny, very talented. Just a moment ago, TJ Esposito, who ran for mayor, came up to me and he said, "God, she is so funny." She had them laughing in the aisles of the political tent. I'd really like to give a warm welcome to Stephanie Miller.
Right. I have to hurry and get to my Jello wrestling match with Ann Coulter, so let's do this. What questions do we... What am I supposed to do? Am I taking questions? Is that what I'm doing? Yes, sir. I just met you. You're lovely.
Stephanie, I think even the most cynical among us really underestimate how truly bad things are in our political scene.
Yeah.
And I know it's easy to make fun of things like Mena, Arkansas, the drug running and things like that, those accusations.
Right.
My question is, have you ever read Terry Reid's book, Clinton, Compromised, Clinton, Bush, and the CIA?
I have not.
I suggest you do.
I will speed read it on my way back to Los Angeles, I promise you.
Hi.
If you promise me you read The Hunting of the Clintons, and then we're even. All right, go ahead.
I was just at the political tent, and boy, were they murder over there. You got 2 Clinton supporters.
Yes.
Now,
I actually had to actively arm them with spitballs just so they could, participate.
You knew before you came here how conservative Bakersfield was, but with the recent revelations from yesterday about those 2005 comments by Donald Trump, were you surprised, even knowing it's a conservative town, by the reaction that you got in the entrenched support for Donald Trump here?
Yeah, I was afraid that I would be too off color for this venue. And then I said a brief prayer last night. Thank you, God. Thank you, Donald Trump, for this latest news cycle. I was saying that in the tent over there, but it is interesting, because I work on the radio, obviously. We're governed by the FCC. I think they're having a hard time covering this campaign. On CNN last night, the P word for a woman's vagina was used several times because Donald Trump used it. So in covering it, I mean, I've never seen anything like this. Anna Navarro, the Republican strategist, said it, and then the other Republican Trump surrogate said, "Can you please stop saying that word? My daughter's listening." And she's like, you're not offended that Donald Trump said? See? And you're offended that I said it? And I'm watching this on CNN. I mean, so, it is curious to me, like, what people are telling their kids about things Trump says, or it just seems to me that parents are sitting in front of the TV 24/7 going, "Don't say that, don't say that, don't do that." But I don't have kids, so what do I know? I'm a childless liberal loser. Okay, yes.
What station are you on in Los Angeles and frequency?
I am on, I think he was actually talking about, we were on KTLK, which flipped format. Now I'm on KCAA Riverside, but I'm also on Sirius XM, and I'm on Free Speech TV, so people have a number of ways to get me. I'm on a lot of iHeart stations, so they listen on the iHeart app or the TuneIn app, but I believe the closest one to LA is KCAA Riverside.
And do you know if that's AM or FM?
AM.
And what frequency that is?
Oh God, I'm sorry, I don't know. I'm on various stations around the country. You can go on StephanieMiller.com.
Yeah, I'll look it up.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Hi, could you tell us how you got your start in radio, doing what you're doing now?
Oh my gosh, back in my hometown of Buffalo, New York, I started doing all kinds of, because I was a comedian, so I did all kinds of horrible impressions on a morning radio show, like, Katharine Hepburn in the traffic copter, it's gonna be a bumpy ride on the 405, stuff like that I'm sure is now in the Smithsonian. And then I just graduated to my own show. And now here I am living the dream. Yes, sir.
Hi, Stephanie.
Hi.
Thanks for coming. By the way, you're very brave to come to Bakersfield.
Thank you. I would like all that credit. Thank you.
I would love to see you on a talk show with our famous Inga Parks, who's a local talk show host and a famous
Go Inga.
Bakersfield.
Yeah.
But I'd love to see you two on it. Anyway, my question is, have you heard of Bakersfield before you came? And then did
No,
we live
no.
up
Of
to your...
course, I live in LA. Of course, I've heard of Bakersfield.
Did we live up to
I don't
your
live that far in the bubble. I have heard of Bakersfield, yes.
Did we live up to your expectation?
Yes.
And what do you think about Bakersfield?
It is, as I said, all the glamour of Barstow, and it is the gateway to Fresno. And what is more exciting than that?
I just wanted to tell you that the travel editor of the Los Angeles Times once said of Bakersfield, Bakersfield is the nearest place you can go from Los Angeles and be totally someplace else.
There you go. There you go. I'm just wondering what time the wine tent opens. But I think they shut the lights off already. Are we done? I guess. Is that it? Oh, yes, sir. There you go. Okay.
Let me have, as you can hear from my accent, I also lived in Los Angeles for quite a while.
That's a Los Angeles accent?
Yes, it is.
Oh.
It is. It's messed up.
Well, I'm not talking the right way then.
Yeah, you have to learn it. But anyway, so now I'm also living in Kern County, but I have a question that's not so much political. I'm wondering, so you're kind of a radio, what are you doing, Brandon? Radio celebrity. How do you see, and I heard your speech about your father, how do you see the world in 15 years or 20 years?
If Trump is elected, we won't. It will be over. Yeah, I don't know. You know, it's hard to say in terms of. It does feel like we're at a tipping point at this election in terms of a country. And I happen to think this election is not even about Republican or Democrat. It's about decency. And I just, you know, I think a lot of Republicans are speaking out already after last night about Trump stepping down, and we'll see what happens. You know, we'll see. I think we've coined a new phrase, unendorse. Has that ever happened before? People unendorsing? All right, I'm as popular here as I was in the last tent. Good night. Good night, Bakersfield.